Alright, y'all, what is up? Welcome into yet another day of picking baseball games. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Yesterday, guys, I should not have said that I was nearly close to being back because we went 3-12 yesterday. All the graph of what picks I got right and wrong in the total record, that was really, really bad. I should not have said that I was back because I sure as hell was not back. But yeah, today, guys, we get a shorter slate. We have a tougher slate of games today. Let's talk about it. Getting things started today, we have the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Detroit Tigers. Tanner Bybee is on the mound today against Jack Flaherty. I will be taking the Detroit Tigers today. Jack Flaherty has been maybe the best pitcher in baseball in the month of June and July. He has been the best. You can make a case for him being the best pitcher on the Detroit Tigers, but that title still belongs to Tariq Skubal. That 1-2 punch of Tariq Skubal and Jack Flaherty has been really nice so far. I will be taking the Detroit Tigers today, though, because of Jack Flaherty. Next game of the day, the New York Yankees taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Luis Gil is on the mound today for the New York Yankees against Zach Wheeler. I will be taking the Philadelphia Phillies. Zach Wheeler is probably going to win the Cy Young in the NL. And the Phillies just win a lot of his starts. They've won his last 5. I think it's no doubt that the Phillies are going to have a good day today and win another ball game against one of the other good teams, the New York Yankees, sadly. Next game, the Chicago Cubs take on the Cincinnati Reds. I will be taking the Chicago Cubs, actually. Jameson Taillon has been really, really good. Been slept on by me and by other MLB fans. Been slept on by so many other people, including the Cubs, but he is quietly been 7-5 with a 2.96 ERA, and I think this is not my underdog pick. I do have a better pick for that, but this definitely was on the list for top picks for my underdog pick of the day. I will still be taking the Chicago Cubs today. Next game, the Seattle Mariners taking on the Boston Red Sox. Oh my god, dude, the Boston Red Sox, just their bullpen, their starting pitching, it's just not coming together right now. The offense has definitely not been the problem. Yeah, they scored 2 runs yesterday, but in both the games against the Yankees, they scored 9 runs and 8 runs. But when you're scoring 9 to 8 runs a game, you should be winning those ball games, and your pitching should be able to lock it down. But that just wasn't the case for the last 2 games of the Red Sox versus Yankees series. It sadly lost 2 out of 3 to the Yankees because now I'm gonna have so much crap thrown my way. Because I'm a massive Red Sox fan, it's fine though. I'm taking the Seattle Mariners. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. The Mariners got a sweep of the White Sox. Randy Arozarena has brought so much more to the table, brought a new culture to the Seattle Mariners. The Red Sox are struggling really, really bad right now. So for the sake of getting picks right, I'm taking the Mariners. And maybe me picking against my favorite team. It has worked in the past when I picked against the Red Sox for the Rockies. I mean, the Sox put on a clinic. So I think that could happen today. But for getting picks right, I'm taking the Seattle Mariners. And maybe me picking against the Boston Red Sox will get them a win today. Next game, the Minnesota Twins taking on the New York Mets. Simeon Woods Richardson is on the mound today against Jose Quintana. I will be taking the New York Mets today. I know the Twins are on a roll right now, and they got a massive series win against the Detroit Tigers. But I don't know. I'm really liking what I've been seeing out of the New York Mets lately. I know they just lost the last 2 games of the series to the Atlanta Braves, but the Mets have won Jose Quintana's last 5 starts, and Jose Quintana's been on a roll lately. And yeah, for that, I will be taking the New York Mets today. Next game, the Texas Rangers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Andre Pallante is on the mound for the Cardinals against Nathan Eovaldi. I will be taking the St. Louis Cardinals today. Nathan Eovaldi's been good, and so has Andre Pallante. And at this point, I'm liking the St. Louis Cardinals to bounce back. The Rangers just really, really flopped in that Toronto Blue Jays series. I didn't like what I saw from them. For that, though, I'll be taking the Cardinals today. Next game on the schedule, the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Houston Astros. Paul Skeens is on the mound today for the Pittsburgh Pirates. You guys know him. I'm always going to pick Paul Skeens because he is just so good. He won the College World Series, and he might win the Cy Young. That sounds crazy, and I think he needs to make some more starts for him to win the Cy Young, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, and even though the Astros took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, I still think that Paul Skeens is a good enough pitcher to win the Pirates this first game. Astros are probably going to win the next 2. Next game of the day, this is my lock of the day, the Kansas City Royals taking on the Chicago White Sox. Yeah, of course I'm taking the Royals. Number 1 for Royals bounce back because this is what they've done all season. They bounce back after bad series. No one's facing a crap White Sox team. They're 27-81. I didn't even know that until now. I thought it was a little bit less losses, a little more wins. Yeah, Chris Flexen, he's 2-10 with a 5.2 ERA. That just does not work for me. I will be taking the Royals today. Next game, the Atlanta Braves taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Give me the Brewers today. Colin Rea has been fantastic. He's 9-3 with a 3.6 ERA. And the Braves, even though they won the last two, they have Grant Holmes on the mound, who has only made one start. And he was pretty good in that start. But the Brewers' offense has just been a different animal this season. And the Brewers, yeah, they lost 2 out of 3 to the Miami Marlins. But I think that they can come back and grab a series win against the Braves today. So I think the Brewers take game 1, which is today. Next game of the day, the Washington Nationals take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Mitchell Parker is on the mound today against Jordan Montgomery. I will be taking the Diamondbacks. Jordan Montgomery, despite him having a polluted stat line, 7-5, 6.1 ERA, he had a great time out last start against the Kansas City Royals. I think that can carry over to today against Nationals lineup because they just took 2 out of 3 from the St. Louis Cardinals, and they scored 14 runs on Saturday. So the Nationals offense is kind of rolling. But where this pick falls apart for me is when Mitchell Parker's on the mound. And if you guys know Mitchell Parker, he has been very, very shaky lately. So for that, I will be taking the Arizona Diamondbacks today. It's going to be a close game today, but still, give me the D-backs. Underdog pick of the day, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Look, even though the Orioles snapped their losing streak yesterday with a big win over the Padres, 8-5, there's still no doubt the Orioles are still slipping, and they are not quite back yet for the same reason why I'm slipping when I'm picking baseball games, because I went 3-12 yesterday. But yeah, so where this pick comes into being an underdog pick is that Yariel Rodriguez has been really, really good lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a 1.1 ERA. And usually how this goes, I have the Orioles winning game 2 of the doubleheader, which we'll get to in a little bit. Zach Eflin, though, he's making his first start as a Baltimore Oriole. I don't think it's going to go very good. The Toronto Blue Jays are rolling right now. They just swept the defending champs, the Texas Rangers. And yeah, for that, I will be taking the Toronto Blue Jays as my underdog pick of the day. I already said it, game 2 of the doubleheader. Give me the Baltimore Orioles. The Blue Jays have Bowden Francis making his first start off the IL. I don't think that's going to go good for the Baltimore Orioles because even though they are slipping, they're still a great offense. They can put up runs in a hurry. And I think for Bowden Francis, it's just not going to be a good day. So for that, I'm taking the Orioles. That will end today's session, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more picks. Have a good one.